Morning, middle school. It's Tuesday, April 28th. Gosh, it's hard to believe we're almost through April. And a month from now, 8th grade, you guys will be graduated from GCS. I know this last 9 weeks isn't what we wanted, but we're making it as good as we can. And so today we're in commandment number 5 of the 10 commandments from Exodus chapter 20. And just to let you know, in case I forget to mention at the end of the video, you'll have a quiz over commandments 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 this Thursday. And we'll do it like the last quiz we did. I'll do a video of the quiz questions, then I'll do a video of the quiz answers. Since I don't have today's, while I'm doing the talk on the whiteboard, I'm going to take a picture of the information on the whiteboard and I'll post it with that puzzle so you'll be able to use that on the quiz for Thursday. Exodus chapter 20, and starting in verse 12, it's commandment number 5. Honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. One thing right up front that makes that command so interesting is it's the only command of the 10 commandments that attaches a promise to the command. The command says, honor your parents, honor your father and your mother, but then it gives a promise so that things will go well with you in the land where you're going to live. So the promise says, if you want a life that goes well, honor your parents. That's the command. So the command is about families. It's about honoring parents. What's interesting is the first 4 commands are exclusively about God. Commands 6 through 10 are exclusively about our world here. And sandwiched between is this command to honor our parents, because the first thing that God did when he made human beings is he created them within the framework of a family, because he said to Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply over the earth. So inherent in his creation of human beings is the creation of families. So in the 10 commandments, when the commands about God come down and the commands about our lives here kind of meet, in the middle is this command to honor our parents. Now each time I've given you a word I think summarizes what the command says, and the word for this one is respect. And a synonym, it's hard to come up with a good synonym for that, but I thought of consideration. In other words, the commandment is saying live with consideration of your parents in your mind. Now, to understand this commandment, we have to understand what it meant for the people who first heard it. And then we can figure out, okay, what's it mean for us? Well, in the world of Moses, who got the 10 commandments from God, their world was what we call an honor-shame world. In other words, what was foremost in their minds is that we live lives that bring honor or bring a good reputation to the people that we know, and that we avoid doing things that'll bring disgrace or shame to the people that we know. And the people we know, those closest to us, are our family members. And in the world of Moses, they're very concerned that they don't live in such a way that brings shame to their family, but rather they want to live in a way that brought honor and respect to their families. So this commandment has to be thought of in light of that, the world in which they live. The commandment isn't primarily about making sure we take care of our parents in their old age, although I think that's involved with it. And the commandment isn't given to young children, it's given to those teenagers and above who are beginning to kind of chart their own way in the world. To give you an idea of, I think, of what the commandment means, I'm going to quote a verse for you from Proverbs chapter 19, verse 26. Whoever robs his father and drives out his mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. Those things would be the opposite of honor. And what that verse is saying, that it's when a child robs a parent or drives their parent away, that child brings shame and disgrace to the family. That's kind of a window into looking at what this commandment means to honor our parents. The command, I think, is saying to teenagers and to adult children like me, live your life in such a way that your family members, and I mean this in the best way I can say it, that they feel pride in the life that you're living. That you don't live in such a way that you bring embarrassment or shame to the family. That's, I think, what this commandment is saying. It's speaking to those who are beginning to chart their way in the world. I think that would be teenagers and above. And the commandment is saying, live your life in such a way that you make your family proud. And avoid living in such a way that makes your family feel dishonored or shamed or embarrassed. I think that's at the heart of this command, especially in light of that verse I read to you. I'll give you one more verse that relates. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 7. I think this will help us, understand what the commandment about parents means. Proverbs 28, verse 7. A discerning son heeds instruction, but a companion of gluttons disgraces his father. See, there's that idea again, that a son is living in such a way that he brings disgrace on his parents, on his family. So the fifth commandment, I think, is saying this. To those who are charting their way in their life, so that would be teenagers and above, God is saying, live your life in a way that brings honor to your family, that makes your family swell up with pride over the life that you're living, and avoid doing things that bring shame or disgrace to your family. And that's why there's a promise to this command. Because it's saying when you live that way, when you live in a way that makes your parents feel good about the life that you're living, that doesn't bring shame to the family, then your life will tend to go well. That's, I think, at the heart of this commandment. All right, so that's all for today for this video. Remember, we are going to have a quiz over the first 5 commandments on Thursday. And check tomorrow with this video, I will post a picture of the whiteboard so you'll have that information you can use on the quiz as well. I did the video outside today because it's a beautiful day and sunshine. It's about 60 degrees. It's just wonderful out here. Last note to the 8th graders, remember what I put on the stream to you today. It's only halftime. There's a whole lot of the ball game left to be played. It's only halftime. All right, that's it for today. I'm out.